It's time for that new comic book day show. What is up, Defects? The Defects are back for another new comic book day show. For those of you that are new to this is where we take that new comic book day pull list from Chris Nelms over at comicbookinvest.com. We take that list, we break it down Defect style. Guys, there's going to be a link to Chris Nelms' new comic book day pull list article in the description of this video. He's got some of his own picks. He's got a little bit more detail on there. He's got pictures. You guys definitely want to check it out. And then we do our little breakdown. So you got two little different takes on the list. So before we get into the list itself, the Butcher 105, let's hit in with those sponsors.
First up, Defects. Erod 212 with Express Comic Book Pressing for all your pressing and cleaning needs. Defects 10 gets you 10% off. Not only that, Erod will pass along his discount from CGC and CBCS. Next up, Defects, we have Mutant Beaver Comics, one of the world's largest online exclusive variant stores. Mutant Beaver ships worldwide. Defects 10 gets you 10% off. Tell Pat and the B-Man the Defects sent you.
There you go, Defects. All right, without further ado, get into some books. All right, Defects, before we get into the list, you know we got to show that new comic book day pull list from Chris Nelms. So here it is on the screen. Take a look. Guys, it is free comic book day week, so there's going to be a bunch of these on the list, and it's going to start off with one of the hottest series out there from Aftershock, the We Live 2021 free comic book day. We've been on this series from the beginning, from Roy and Inaki Miranda. This is essentially a prequel to the story that we've all been reading, so I have a feeling that this is going to be one that you're not going to want to miss when you go into your shop this week.
Next up, Defects, we got Enter the House of Slaughter, another book for free comic book day. But guess what? This book is already valued at over $30 on the aftermarket. We got James Tynion and Weather Del Erda here with the intro to the House of Slaughter. Guys, if you could pick this up, see if your store can give you one copy, two copies, as many as you can take. Because just like I said, right now, this book is being sold for about $30 at least a copy.
That's some craziness, bro. That's some bullshit. You shouldn't be allowed to pre-sale this as a comic shop before you're supposed to give it out for free.
It's supposed to be free. That's that bullshit, Matty Forge.
You want to do it like a day later? You know? You want to hold copies back and do it a day later? At least wait. Right? At least wait a day or two until the book is supposed to be out there for free. I mean, but it is going to be a hot book. 100%, Jay. If you can get your hands on it, get your hands on as many as you can. All right, guys, from Dark Horse. This one sounds interesting. So from Jeff Lemire, who did Sweet Tooth and Tyler Crook, an artist for the comic book Unbelievable UNTEENS, so essentially the comic within the comic book, finds herself living her art after a signing at a comic convention. So we have it's interesting, right? The artist that's supposed to be doing this particular comic book within the comic book, and then it comes to life. So I don't know. It's kind of freaky. The covers are freaky, but I'm kind of digging what they're putting down there. Obviously, it's the first appearance of the Unbelievable UNTEENS. So let's see what happens here. I'm going to give it a read.
Lemire has that following. He has a following. Next up, we have Batman 1989 from Sam Hamm and Jose Quinones. We have that cover A. Vintage fit. That's what I think when I think Batman 89. A vintage cover like that. We got the cardstock variant, and we have the 1 in 25 by Joe Quinones. Guys, first appearance of a new Robin. Not only that, this is written from the Tim Burton universe, from Batman and Batman Returns. Excited about this week, guys. It takes me back to my childhood. This is one of the movies that got me into it.
Absolutely. That lettering on the cover A there, that brings it all back. This is the way Batman should be done. I can't wait to look at this one. I hope they do it justice.
I'm Batman.
I am Batman. All right, guys, from DC, another Batman book, and this one's for Free Comic Book Day. You're going to have Tynian, I think is the way that we've been yelled at a million times to say it. Jay refuses to say it that way because if you tell him to do something, he's just going to do the absolute opposite. So, lesson learned, defects. And from Jorge Menez, essentially the new Dark Knight, Jace Fox, has arrived, and this is a sneak peek of the upcoming I Am Batman series. We just said that. It's so funny. This is also going to be a first look at the epic Fear State event that will run across Batman titles beginning this fall. So clearly another important Free Comic Book Day book that you may not want to pass up.
Next up, we got Future State Gotham #4 from DC. We got that cover A, we got that cardstock variant, and we have that Suicide Squad variant with King Shark right there, guys. This is going to be the first appearance of Hunter Panic from Josh Williamson and Simone DeMeo.
Interesting. I like, it's interesting. I'm sure they did it on purpose to put that Suicide Squad variant out on the week that Suicide Squad comes out, essentially, right?
100%. And listen, DC, hey, another villain. Another first appearance, another villain.
And another Batman. So here we go. From John Ridley. This is one we were just talking about on the last synopsis for Batman. John Ridley and Travel Foreman, picking up immediately from the events of the next Batman's second son, Jace Fox begins the march towards his destiny when he fights to protect Alleytown against the oppressive forces of the Magistrate. So here we go. I Am Batman. We got a new Batman. There's a new Dark Knight. Awesome covers all around.
Yep.
I don't know, Jay. What's your favorite one there?
I'm going cardstock B variant. That's an awesome, awesome cover, but I'm a fan of them all, but just like it, man.
Yeah, I'm with you there on B. And we have this 1-in-25 Federici as well for this one. I actually like all the cardstocks better.
Absolutely.
Not terrible, but I'm definitely digging the cardstocks more.
Next up, guys, we have from DC, Milestone returns, Hardware #1. We already seen all these iconic Milestone books coming back. We've seen it with Static Shock. We've seen it with Icon. Now we got Hardware. We talked about it in the past, guys. These are first appearances you could still find in those poly bags and dollar bins. We got this from Brandon Thomas and Mateus Manahe. 6-issue limited series that reintroduces Hardware. We have that cover A. We have that old school variant, which I'm a huge fan of. And we have that 1-in-25 Ricardo Lopez Ortiz variant, guys. Listen, you could find these Milestones. Pick them up in dollar bins, guys. They're coming back. Their movies are going to be coming out soon. We all know about that Static Shock movie that's in production right now. So might be books you want to be on the lookout for.
Yep. And that 1-in-25 might be a little bit of a sleeper because it was hard to even find a picture of that one. So I'm not so sure how many you're going to see out there. I wouldn't go crazy after it, but if you can get it for like 10 or 15 bucks, it might be worth it just to take a flyer on. And it's a pretty cool cover also. Here we go. From DC, Pennyworth #1. I'm liking this one. I'm going to tell you right off the bat. Scott Brian Wilson and Juan Gedeon. Spanning the years between the hit TV show and today, Pennyworth tells the continuing adventures of Alfred Pennyworth as an MI6 counterintelligence agent, this time in the Cold War era Soviet Russia. So, we're Batman heavy this week, Jack.
Yeah, from secret spy to butler. What happened to you, Alfred? What happened, man? What happened, dude? Next up, Free Comic Book Day from Dynamite, guys. We got The Boys, Herogasm 2021. Another book you might want to be on the lookout for because Herogasm is coming in The Boys Season 3, which I'm super, super excited about. What more could you say, guys? It's Herogasm. It's the boys. It's Dynamite Comics.
Reprint, right? This is a reprint.
Yes, reprint. Yes, yes, sir.
Homelander looks like he's been eating a little bit too much
Yeah, that's it.
cheese.
Cheese. Cheese, ladies and gentlemen.
It was the cleanest thing I could think of saying. So many other words came to mind, but we're trying to keep this a family show. It's been a rough day, folks. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. You're lucky we're even doing this right now.
You're welcome, Defects. You are welcome.
Seriously. Oh God, I guess this is me. Here we go. Dynamite. Red Sonja, commemorative edition. We got that black and white variant there. Kind of cool. I like the red, how it pops on that. So, Frank Thorne on Red Sonja. The debut was on Marvel feature number 2 way back in 1975. Essentially, this is kind of, they're bringing back Frank Thorne. They're going to have Roy Thomas, Bruce Jones. It is a new story. I think it's like an original story, but retold with some additional stuff in there. And it's kind of just to commemorate Frank Thorne when he started back way back on Marvel feature number 2 in 1975. So pretty cool thing they're doing here.
She got that booty pop.
Yeah, that she does.
Again, guys, from Dynamite, being generous. Free comic book day. Vampirella 2021 #1. Look at that, guys. That's the Defects grabbing for Vampirella right there. More news to come on that.
And this is a reprint as well, right?
Yes, it's a reprint. But hey, listen, you're getting the boys from Dynamite. You're getting Vampirella from Dynamite. Generosity is getting passed all around. That's what they do there.
Looks like Vamp's a little cold there, doesn't she?
Yeah, not for long. Not for long.
Oh, God, this could be the last one. IDW, Star Wars High Republic Free Comic Book Day. From Daniel, Jose Older, and I don't know how to say the other guy's name, so I'm not even going to try to say it. Yoda, Buckets of Blood, and their Padawan learners, they go on an adventure to help maintain peace during the glory days of the Republic in a prelude to the IDW Star Wars High Republic Adventures series. So we got a couple reprints, and then some of the hotter series, they're basically doing prequels and preludes too. So I think this is going to be one that you don't want to pass up either.
Up next, guys, Star Wars. What does that say? The High Republic Adventures. The High Republic Adventures. The Monster of Temple Peak Free Comic Book Day from IDW, guys. Listen, the first Ty Yorick, written by Kevin Scott, illustrated by Rachel Stott. So we got Scott and Stott. If you're a Star Wars fan, it's another first appearance. It's probably going to be a hot one. And listen, it's free.
I thought you said Scott and Thought.
No thoughts here.
Oh, my God. This monster series, right? This thing, everyone's talking about this. From Image, Stray Dogs #1, the Free Comic Book Day edition. Tony Flex is writing this. This is essentially, and this is, I think, a reprint plus kind of like a new story that goes along with #1. So a reprint of #1 and kind of some new pages. So this Free Comic Book Day edition also features a brand new prologue, The Doggy in the Window, the unnerving story of the very first dog to ever come to the master's house. So maybe a first appearance here. I don't know. Again, one that you want to probably get your hands on if you can. I'm sure this one is doing the same thing as House of Slaughter. It's probably going for $15-20 on eBay already.
Next up, Free Comic Book Day, The Amazing Spider-Man /Venom 2021 Free Comic Book Day from Marvel. Last year, a lot of hype behind this book. We had, who was it last year that came out, Matt? That was supposed to come out. Yeah, it was supposed to be Virus. It got all switched around. We seen what happened with Virus. Not too much smoke around this book this year, but hey, listen, guys. It's The Amazing Spider-Man. It's Venom, a new writer. Hopefully it takes us in a direction where who's writing it now, Matt?
Spencer.
Yeah, he's writing Spider-Man.
Nick Spencer.
And who's writing Venom?
Ewing.
Oh, that's right. Al Ewing. Yes, that's right. Cates and Ewing flip-flop with the Hulk and Venom. So this could be the start of something new, guys. Might be on the lookout for this. Like I said, it may be a sleeper. And guess what? It's free.
It's free. We hope. It looks a lot like last year's cover, right?
It does. It does look like last year's cover.
Yeah. I thought we had the wrong picture in there for a minute. I was like, wait a minute. What was that, Gleason? I guess that's a Gleason cover, right? I think so. It's hard to tell. All he does is those silhouettes now. We're just shitting on everybody. From Marvel, Avengers, Hulk 2021, free comic book day. Hulk is just smashing shit. I don't know what he's doing. He's breaking teeth. So we got Jason Aaron, Donny Cates, Ibon Kaleo, Ryan Otley. Need I say more? That is a jam-packed team on this one. In a land beyond time, a shining tower stands, deploying its operatives across the multiverse to hold against the encroaching darkness. Who is this mysterious Avenger Prime, and how will his advent impact the past, the present, the future of the mighty Avengers? I have no idea what that means. So I didn't know how to summarize it, so I just read it because I still don't know what's going on in this book, but apparently it's supposed to be good because they got the all-star team on this one. I don't know, Jay, what do you think?
It's going to be the starts of Cates on Hulk, pretty essentially,
So it seems like, yeah.
Be on the lookout for those villains that he creates because those are going to fetch bread, as we say. And like I said, him and Ewing flip-flopping with Cates and Hulk and Venom. So I'm excited for this. Definitely going to give this a read.
Yeah, I wouldn't pass this one. There's going to be a first appearance in here.
Next up, we have the Avengers. Tech on Avengers #1. The first Iron Avengers. The debut of the high-tech armor suits. Not only this, Marvel teamed up with Bandai to create these. So there's going to be toys coming out. We have that cover A with Iron Man, which looks absolutely awesome. And then we have the 1 in 25 Stokey variant. Not a big fan of, but that cover A is nice. And who knows, the tech on. We'll see what happens with this.
First appearance, I think, right?
Yeah, first appearance of the Iron Avengers.
There you go. All right, Captain Marvel, 31 from Marvel. We pretty much just threw this up for the cover. That 1 in 50 Elite is pretty dope, and it's celebrating AAPI Heritage Month. You got Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan on the cover. We know she's going to be on the Disney Plus screen pretty soon. So that one might be going for some bread. Be careful. It's probably going to pop and then pop back down, and then maybe at some point pop back up when she premieres, when people start figuring out who she really is. And if she's a great character for Disney and MCU, then there you go.
Next up, we got the Defenders #1. First appearance of Tynan. First cameo appearance of Omni X. First appearance of the new Defenders. Rosto, Doctor Strange, Silver Surfer, Red Harpy, The Mask, and who's that? The Ratter Cloud?
I thought you said Red Herpes for a second.
So we have that cover A, awesome cover. We got the Deadpool 30th anniversary variant. When are these going to stop? And we got the 1 in 25 Perez variant that looks awesome, guys. We also got the 1 in 25 Martin variant and that 1 in 50 Silver Surfer Black Momoko variant that looks sick. So, hey, listen, we got a new Defenders coming up. Who knows if this has any ties to the MCU, but this is going to be an awesome new team. Again, this might be one of my reads of the week.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to start this series up. Excited. A bunch of my characters that I like. You got Doctor Strange, Silver. So who doesn't love Silver Surfer? And like you said, that Perez cover, I love it. I don't know why. I'm digging it. I know it's not, like crazy art, but I love, it's taking me back. It's giving me a little nostalgia. All right, guys, another cover pickup here. So Miles Morales, Spider-Man #29 from Marvel. Clone Saga's over, but Miles and the people he loves have changed forever. That Mayhew variant, there's one with trade, and this is the Virgin. Those sneakers, we've seen some other sneaker covers do some things, so don't sleep on this one.
Next up, guys, Star Wars: The High Republic #8. Guess what? More first appearances for a Star Wars book. We got Comac, Vitus, and Veeth Salalis from Cavan Scott and Phil Noto. I fell off the series, to be honest with you guys. I gotta hop back on it, but they've been fetching bread, right? All these Star Wars books been hot. This is 2 first appearances in here. So if you're a Star Wars fan, might want to grab this.
They just make it that you can't not grab an issue, and I guess that's the point, right? If you're if you're trying to sell your books,
what better way than, hey, here's a first appearance, right? Here's 2.
X-Force 22 from Marvel. We got a first appearance, Dr. Bloodroot. That's the only thing going on here. Not reading this series. I don't know. I know there are people out there that are. People are digging it. The Mastranzo variant is, I kind of like that, to be honest with you. It's dark. It's gritty. I love it. And even cover A. I mean, who's in the middle there, Jay? You know we got to like that one.
Oh, yeah, of course. It's the third Forge. Next up, guys, from Scout, we have Lifeform #1 from Matt Laurie and Casey Anderson. Orphaned in the wake of an alien invasion, a young girl must leave behind the life she knew to fight for her own survival. And guess what? The Earth's future. So Scout, again, with another first issue. Is Scout going to keep up with all these first issues they're throwing out? Are they going to keep up with all these series?
I don't know. What was last week? It was the dude trying to get the Taskmaster Fluff and Puff trying to get home for macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, the guy's going home for his mom's carbonara this year. This week it looks like, yeah, this chick looks like maybe possibly a Simpson, maybe another type of Matt Groening character. But hey, guys, it's life.
What's on her shirt? What's on the shirt there?
I can't see what's on her shirt.
It's like a no, like it's something's crossed out. Some type of skull, or I don't know what that is.
Yeah, who knows? Probably defects. No defects. No defects.
Yeah. After this show, maybe nobody wants the defects. feel like two. I don't even want to say it. Never mind. I don't want to offend anybody.
But this was a rough week. Defects. If you can't hear it in our voice, it's been rough.
We need
back.
We need a lot of thumbs up on this one. So let's take a moment, right? Let's do that right here. If you want to see us come back and not drink ourselves into oblivion,
still recouping from Terrificon, guys.
Give us that thumbs up. If you're new here, sub up the channel. You get more of these happy voices. Throw a comment in the comment section. You know we always talk to you guys. We want to know what you're picking up, what you're leaving on the shelf, what you want us to do differently. You know we take all that into consideration. And guys, what do we have? A giveaway coming up in like 10 days? It's 5K. Finally here. I know we keep saying it, but it actually does have a date. The next live show is the giveaway. So not this Wednesday, the following Wednesday. There's still time to enter. There's going to be a thing over here. You click on it, go watch it, and you enter if you are new. I'm sure if you're not new, you heard us say this about 50 times, so I'm sorry. We're coming to the end here.
Trying to squeeze out each and every last one of us.
You know we got to be honest here. All right, here we go. I get stuck with saying this name, so I'm just gonna go for it. So we got ELRIC Dreaming City #1 from Titan Books. Essentially, this is an adaptation of Michael Moorcock's ELRIC novel.
What, can you go with that last name again?
Yeah, Moorcock. So I don't know. I have so many things to say right now, but I'm gonna just skip and stick with the book. So you got cover A, Mike Mignola, and you got that 1 in 25 Virgin Mike Mignola. Essentially, I'm just going to read this one. Elric of Mellenborn is exiled from his home and cursed to walk the land under the influence of the god of chaos, Arawic, I think. With his sword, Stormbringer, Elric must find his way through the unknown. It sounds pretty good. I know this novel was definitely a cult following, so this could be something to watch for. I'm not sold on it yet. I want somebody to tell me it's good first before I grab it. What do you think, Jay?
You know what I'm going to tell you. This is a bootleg Null and a bootleg Necrosaur. That's what I'm looking at right now.
I mean, the novel was out before, though, brother.
It could be, but still, hey, in my eyes, look at this guy. A complete bite-off Null Or either that or, listen, ELRIC could be the original, but I'm a fan of Null. I mean, come on. That looks like the Necro sword. You know, a weathered old man with white hair. That's Null right there. Guys, Null Dreaming City from fucking Michael Moorcock's.
That looks like Hobo Null, his cousin. Rising from the garbage.
Yeah, that's the Fecro sword, the bootleg version.
The Defecro sword.
Seriously.
I don't know how much of this is going to make the show, guys, so there might be a lot of editing. But if you're hearing this, we're still here. All right, Defects, time for Chris Nelms' pick of the week. You want to follow this guy because he's usually pretty spot on. Here we go. He's got from Defenders #1 in Marvel. He's liking those Momoko covers. Here's what he has to say. Short and sweet. I know people are burnt out on Peach, and some never liked her style to begin with, but as a set, these would be fun to have. The Defenders #1 Silver Surfer cover C and the 1 in 50 Silver Surfer black cover. Not gonna lie, I like both these covers.
I like them too. Momoko killed these.
Yeah, we give her credit when it's due. You know, she's been coming back. Like her recent covers have been pretty good.
Yeah, you throw enough shit at the wall, it's eventually gonna stick, right?
Well, that is true.
Defects, that wraps it up for New Comic Book Day. The train keeps on rolling, though. Tuesday nights with Keep It Thorough Comics and the Indie Spotlight, highlighting all these indie books coming out for the week in detail. So, on behalf of the Breastable Defects, the Comic Forge, Matt Forge, and the Butcher 105, we'll catch you on the next one.